Hey folks, so today we gonna answer is venture capital for you. I got this question today from an past intern. She just dropped me a text or an audio note that she is fascinated by this world of venture capital but don't know is it for her or not. Should she join? She's in the last year of her college and 1 or 2 months is left from her graduation. So very interesting thing, right? And I thought this question would be of a lot of people around that are in their last year of college, or maybe thinking of venture capital, right? So whether this industry is for them or not. So we're gonna answer this today. So let's jump, right? Before understanding this is it for you or not, we'll discuss what it is in there, right? Not apart from the flashy things that you hear around that a lot of investments etc that you might be thinking that you will be doing a lot of investments as a VC into startups. That's not the case because there are not much investments that happen in a year. So that's not how a day of a VC looks like, right? So typically, just giving you an example, like at most 10 investments are done by a fund in a year on an average. And if you consider that it's not even one investment per month, right? So it's not even that. So when you're deciding to join in a fund, make sure that you are ready for these things. Like, so a day looks like maybe starting just a second, I'll just start up over here. So how an actual day looks like: a lot of meetings. When I say, I literally mean it. Even while recording this, I'm sitting beside a guy who is in fund, right? And is doing this. Even just he ended one call. So there are a lot of calls. Typically from it starts like 9, 10, based on the availability, and goes till the night, where you are going through a lot of calls, talking with a lot of founders, understanding how their business looks like, what's in their business is, and is it investable or not. That's the thing. Can this be a big opportunity or not? Can it turn into a large opportunity or not? That's the thing. This is one part of your job where you talk lot of founders, right? So we can call it uh, founders meetings. If you are obviously in the investment side of the things, right? Then there is a lot of things others apart from that also that you do. For an example, sector thesis or sector research, right? So you may be a guy from, suppose, a commerce background, right? In a deep tech fund. Can this be true? Yes, that can be. First, now you might not know about how quantum works. You might not know about how aerospace works. You might not know about a lot of different things, right? So basically, you have to study around these subjects, study around these research reports, etc., and how the investments are made, so that you are able to, analyze the companies whom you are talking. So this becomes a very very important part of your job, where you are doing sector research as a part of your job. Very very important. If you love doing research, if you love understanding the things, if you love understanding the markets around, right, you will definitely gonna love this first, right? This just not involve rough research, basically rough works or etc. It also includes making reports, making thesis, right? All of these things. So all of these things also come into the part. And since we are talking over here funds, analyzing companies based on the reports that, or the analysis or research that you have done, then taking them to the GPs or senior analyst or management, brainstorming with them, and then participating in the investment things, right? What right you are getting, what are the different rights that are there, that aligns with your fund or not, is that the founder is good or not, everything. If you are going through that deal, that deal is getting closed, then you have to align at different things, whether it's term sheet, whether it's due diligence, and anything else, right? So you align with all of these things. So this is what a typical job of a VC looks like. You are not the guy. You not be going with a bag full of money, and giving out to the founder and say enjoy, right? Nothing like that. It's a job, right? It's a job. It's maybe a good or bad. That's a different thing, but it's a job, right? You have to understand how the work actually happening in the VC world. Now, since early stage people are looking, they're fascinated by this because a lot of Shark Tank things like 1% for maybe 7 crores, 7 million, or etc., right? That's not how VC thing works, right? So in VC, you calculate valuations, you see whether the company is overvalued, undervalued, and you see, try to get the things. You do not do so much negotiations in that part, though there are negotiations, but not like these throwing random numbers at the founders, right? There are some things, and also about the investment thesis of the fund. That also, importance, gives a lot of importance, since it you have to align with it. The minimum percentage of the equity that the fund has said that they will hold, or the maximum percentage of equity that they're looking to hold. So you have to align with all of these things, right? That's a very important part in a VC job. Career opportunity, yes. What it helps you with, it helps you with a lot of network. Whenever you give any resource to anyone, it attracts people. So you are giving one of the most important resource to people, that is capital, right? So it attracts a lot of network to you, it attracts a lot of stuff. Then in terms of intellect, yes, you grow, right? Since you are doing research on different topics around, right? So that's very important. Then there are people who are looking to go into MBA, right? So it's a very good tool to, people who want to go to MBA, they usually prefer going to VC because they learn sectoral things, they learn everything around, and it's a bit of the thing which has a philanthropy side kind of a thing as well, where you're investing in, not exactly philanthropy, but you're investing in climate, you are supporting a cause, right? So kind of that. So it's basically supporting a cause kind of things also, right? And you directly get involved with the C level management. So whether it has seed company or series A company, series B company, you will be talking with the directly with the founders, right? So you get directly involved with the C level management. So that's the part. So if you're looking for all of these, then you can. But what's the drawback of this VC as well? That's also we gonna talk about, right? Drawback. First thing that I feel, the drawback of this is that people become a bit having a god syndrome, right? Since you are talking with founders, giving equity to them, you become a bit harsh, you lose empathy towards founders. Since everyone is asking you money, so that's a case that I have seen with a lot of people around. The behavioral shifts, right? So that's not a good thing at a very early stage in your career, right? Then if you love a lot of things which are like, how to say, uh, if you love, suppose, social media, you want to be like a social media influencer, etc., right? You want to be around something called like Raj Shamani in India, or maybe anyone else as a social media podcaster, etc., right? So this is more about talking to a lot of people. It's not more about actually creating, to be honest, a lot of content. The job is like that, right? So it's more about you being building a strong network, rather you being building a strong social capital that you can do, that you can if you work extra. That's the case, right? Then the another part is, apart from this, uh, there's a lot more things. Yeah, I love VC, so drawbacks are bit difficult for me, but still, operator gives you more kick. What I mean by that is, if you love experimenting things, if you love, everything should go down, everything should go up suddenly, you love that kind of a joyride in your life, right? Then being an operator gives you that kick. Sometimes it can be a bit boring since you are talking to founders every day, and most of the people are reaching out saying just give me capital, etc. They see you as a bag of money, right? So that can be a big thing. So that's also the people not enjoy, right? And then some personal interest, I would also add that some people may not feel any of these drawbacks which we talked over here, but they may feel any other part which they might not align with their personal values, personal goals, right? Which they interact with in the industry. So that can also be a case. That depends, a very subjective thing, right? So I think these are bunch of the drawbacks that are there. These are bunch of the good things that are there, right, for a job in VC. And this is what basically a VC do. So now if you're still thinking, is venture capital for you? I think I cannot tell you exactly it is for you or not, but I think now you are in a better position to take a decision. Is venture capital for you or not? Because now you know how the glamorous world looks like, how the actual world looks like, what are the job things that are in there, and what are the drawbacks of it. Super. If you love this video, share it with your friend. That's it. Whoever is thinking about VC, whoever think VC is too much glamorous, whoever just keep posting that I'll be a VC and I'll be throwing money at you, share it with them. Make them reality hit, right, what the actual thing looks like, and help them make better decision. That's it. This video, again, I'll just say, is for educational purpose only. No financial advice, nothing, stuff. It just made out of a question that I got and I thought of creating it one, right? If you're still interested in getting into VC and want to learn in more depth, you can check us out at breakintuvc.com, right? It's a 7-week program, and a community of super VC folks. Enthusiasts as well. That's it. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.